Welcome aspirants. You're watching Decode IAS, and in this video, we'll decode an insightful editorial titled The Malleable Code of Conduct by Rangarajan R., former IAS officer and author of Polity Simplified. This article critically examines how India's Model Code of Conduct, MCC, meant to ensure free and fair elections has often become more symbolic than effective. The Model Code of Conduct, or MCC, is a set of agreed norms that guide political parties and candidates during elections. It becomes operational from the day election dates are announced till the results are declared. The MCC restrains ruling parties from announcing financial grants projects or schemes that could influence voters. It was implemented strictly from the 1990s and revised in 2013 by the Election Commission of India (ECI). However, as the author notes, violations are rampant. The MCC is not legally enforceable, it's a moral and voluntary code. Certain violations can be tackled using provisions or the Representation of the People Act 1951, but most remain beyond legal scrutiny. The spirit of the code is frequently breached, particularly by governments announcing welfare schemes just before elections. A striking example is Bihar's Mukhyamantri Mahila Rozgar Yojana (MMRY), launched in August 2025, barely a month before election dates were announced. The scheme offered 10,000 rupees grants to women for self-employment, with disbursements continuing throughout the election period. While the scheme may aid women economically, its timing clearly raises questions about violating the MCC's spirit and influencing voters through cash transfers. This is not an isolated case. Successive governments, across parties and states, have bent MCC rules to suit their interests. The Standing Committee on Law and Justice 2013 even recommended making the MCC legally binding. Yet, the Election Commission opposed it, citing the short election window and the long time required for judicial proceedings. The author argues that many MCC provisions have lost relevance. Since political leaders constantly find new ways around these rules, it may be better to scrap those guidelines that bar new projects or grants after elections are announced, as they are more breached in spirit than followed. He concludes that one rationale behind simultaneous elections is to minimize disruptions caused by repeated MCC impositions. However, the real need is not simultaneous polls but strengthening accountability and restoring public faith in India's democratic ethics.